Hello everyone and welcome to Vancouver Island Bushcraft. I wanted to show you an interesting comparison. So this is my backpack here. In my last video I was going to use the larger backpack and put this one inside it, and I went out once that way and it really sucked. So I've gone back to my original backpack. But literally this is just the backpack here. I've got the table and chair, which is my luxury thing. And I have a tarp inside. I don't need this secondary tarp, but I have it because I like to have two tarps. So literally, this it's got everything that you need. I got the axe and the grail, and I got a little bag on top for extra food, and it's got everything that you guys are used to. The only difference is for winter stuff. This is not for bivouac. This is for literally making a shelter thing. So I have the two tarps, one here and one actually inside. So technically I don't need this, and don't need the table. It would be just this standalone bag with this little bag on top for extra food, and that's it. So that's why it's kind of overpacked, because it's got a couple of luxuries. But interestingly enough, this here has all of the stuff that you need as well, and this is just for day travel in the truck and that kind of thing. And I'm going to show you everything that's in there, and it has to do, of course, with fire, food, water, shelter, and lighting. I guess it would be a fifth. And it's literally the size of my hand. It's my hand here, so it's pretty small. And I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to show you what's in here to allow you to basically survive just as easily as this one here. Not as luxurious, but just as easy. So I'm going to put you down. I'm going to start dismantling this here. Okay, first let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see everything. Okay, so the way I have it set up, I have the grail on one side, extra water on the other side. Don't need the extra water, I just have it because it's handier. I have the grail filled with water right now, and I can of course refill this with water anytime I want to. So this is a little bit of an extra, and I have them together with the two straps. And when you take the two straps off, I have an extra strap holding the water so they both don't come off. And I use one of those bottle holders to hold the grail on as well, which I thought was kind of a handy thing. So there's the grail, and I have the extra strap, which I got from a Cabela's bag, so that this can stay on when that comes off. So we'll take this off. So we got the two water bottles. And I also have a knife. I just got it tied here. Everything's tied or carabinered or whatever on the outside, so that if anything ever fell off, it wouldn't fall off very far. Okay, so this is the Gerber Bear Grylls knife, and it has a sharpener with it, which is not accessible for me because I have it gorilla taped and everything. Always, of course, 90-degree spine for a ferro rod, and that's that right there. Also on the outside, ferro rod and fat wood, of course, that I always keep with me. This is clamshell opening. I live by clamshell opening bags, and it just opens up and has all of the items. There is, of course, toilet paper, jute twine. This is a bowl that is folded up as a tinfoil bowl. Some more toilet paper. Got some hot chocolate, methanol for the stove that's in here, a couple of Band-Aids, some onion soup, some Knorr's pasta, a flashlight with extra batteries adhered to it with a bunch of Gorilla Tape, a cup with chicken noodle soup, the stove, a lighter, some purification tablets. This is a coffee filter in here, and a cup, some Bovril, a full-size poncho. that I can use as a shelter. This thing is, I think, 6 feet by 6 feet or 7 feet by 7 feet. Use it as a poncho, but of course I can build a shelter with this very easily. Some more Bovril. Got the Bako Laplander saw. And that's everything on the inside here. Over here, a spoon. This is the pot that you open it up and it turns into a pot that you can use for the stove. Trying to do this with one hand here. Might have to put you down. Yeah, I have to put you down. This is a stove, or stove. That obviously is put together. You've seen this a million times, I'm sure. And that is, I believe, everything. Yes. Okay, so in this little bag is all of this stuff. Everything I need to cook, make a shelter with, cut wood with the knife or the saw, starting a fire with a ferro rod or a lighter. I can use methanol. I can use some toilet paper or filter. A cup, of course, to cook all of the food that I brought with me. The pot, of course, I can cook all the food as well. This opens up into a full pot. You guys have seen this before. And a stove that I can also use if there's high winds or whatever. So that's everything that I carry in that tiny container, and I can just carry that with me. It weighs very little, or I can put it in the car or the truck, and if there's ever a situation, I'm good to go for shelter, water, fire, food, and lighting, and also a knife. Not that I don't carry a couple of knives on me anyway. So that's about it. I just wanted to show you that that little guy here has pretty much everything you need, just like this big guy has everything I need, and you don't have to actually carry all of this as a survival thing. When you go hiking, you can just use this stuff. All right, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for subbing, liking, and sharing, and take care, and see you next time.